Hello, everyone. Happy Wednesday, happy hump day, happy new year. It's the first vintage house show spotlight of 2024. 2023 as a whole was filled with a lot of good music, a lot of good events, a lot of memorable moments. Have a good night. A lot of just everything. And so I'm really excited to start the year strong with y'all. If you're new here, I'm DJ Momami. You're listening to WNUR 89.3 FM in HD1 Evanston, Chicago. And this is the Vintage House Show Spotlight, where I talk about all things house music, from hot topics to breaking news to new music to events coming up in the city and the US. And so let's get into it. First of all, like I said, Happy New Year. I don't know about you, but it's been a rough year so far, and we're 10 days in. So if you're like me, just trying to stay afloat, trying to keep your head on, and just trying to stay grounded, I wish you the best. I know it can feel like everyone around you has everything figured out, and they know what they're doing, and they know what their resolutions are and their goals are, and it's okay if you're just trying to ease into this new year. If you follow the astrological and nature calendar, I would say, my new year is around springtime, Aries season. That's when I really get my ball rolling, when I feel like I find my groove. It's cold right now, it's winter, it's Capricorn season. So I'm inside. I'm inside in my own home, in my own body, dwelling, resting, reading, literally, but also reading my body and its needs. And right now, I just need rest. I need rest. And so, if you're out there and you're starting your year with rest, I am sending you love and strength on that journey. But if you're also planning your 5 year outlook and getting your 401k in order and knocking all those things off your to do list, love that for you. Send some of that energy my way. Um, but yeah, I'm starting the year off a little chill, especially gig wise. Winter is a little bit of a lull for the music industry, for the nightlife industry. I feel like everyone's kind of tired after Christmas and New Year's. And so I also see that in the industry, we tend to ease our way into the year, into events. And so I have a few fun things coming up. I'm playing a sold out show this Friday called Go Baba, which is so fun. It's a great party series put together by Cujo and Nanos. And it's a global fusion experience. And I'm excited to bring some of these global rave vibes to the Point, which is in Wicker Park. I'm super excited for that. I also, it's not announced yet, but if you're listening, I got some special exclusive announcements for you. So wherever you're listening, turn it up because we got some special first time announcements coming through the airwaves. So first, at the end of this month on January 25th, I will be playing with DJ Mochi at Bourbon on Division for his No Stress party. I'm super excited for that. Be on the lookout for that flyer. It's, again, it will be another sort of global fusion experience. And so I'm super, super hyped to play that. Also, Fever Dream, my baby, my party series, my global rave experience, like I was saying, that is taking a little bit of a hiatus for January because mommy needs a break. I have been planning Fever Dream every month for the past year and a half. And so, I thought January would be a good time to take a step back, figure out ways I can build and grow the party and the concept even more. And so that will be returning on February 10th. And I'm so excited for the guest. My special guest that I have confirmed for that month is a wonderful DJ out of Indianapolis named Slap House. I actually had the honor of seeing Slap House DJ for New Year's Eve weekend at a party series that Slap House helps put together called Clubplex, and it was amazing. It was fantastic. It was so much fun. Yes, music events with Lil Mommy. I'm giving y'all the first look exclusive access, letting y'all know where I'm at before the Instagram and the internet knows. And so, yes, Slap House will be joining me for Fever Dream on February 10th. I am so excited. and honored. This is going to be the second guest that Fever Dream has. And, running an event series, running a party series, I am super honored for the growth that I've seen Fever Dream have and for the out of town guests that are even down and willing to come through to Chicago and be a part of my lineup. It's just such an honor whenever I get to collaborate with other people. And so um, it's I'm all for collaborations, partnerships, and expanding our networks of love. So I'm super excited to be starting the year off strong in that regard. And so, with that, I mean, if you have any New Year's resolutions, drop them in the chat. Let me know on Instagram or Twitter at Momami Music. I want to hear what are your goals and intentions for 2024. What are you hoping to grow? What is the new skill you're hoping to learn? Whatever that looks like, tell me what your New Year's resolutions are. Speaking of collaborations, the Vintage House Show, the interview has been released, but I really want to talk about this fun interview that me and Lauren had with Keys and Crates. And, that happened after my last episode. And in December, the studio took a break. And so I haven't had a chance to, unpack and debrief with y'all about that interview. But it was so awesome speaking to two of the members of Keys and Crates and talking about their album that just dropped. And they had a wonderful show at, it was, I believe, Soundbar, that Thanksgiving weekend time frame. And so it's really great to be, again, extending and expanding that network of love and chatting with them because they're out of Toronto, and we got to really hear what their experience was with house music and their sort of upbringing and first introduction into house music. And I'm always so fascinated hearing other people's experience with house music because growing up in Chicago, being from Chicago, it was always all around me. And so I am sure that the first time I ever heard house music, I wasn't even a consciously aware human to even fathom that what I'm listening to is house music. It was just always in the background growing up. It was just the sound that I heard in the streets and in my house. And so to hear, these guys out of Toronto telling us their experience and how they didn't tap into house music until they were in their late teens, early 20s. One of the guys was telling us how he just remembers going to a club, and there was a hip hop room and there was a house room, and he grew up, in the hip hop scene, and he was in the hip hop room of the club, and it's just a bunch of guys, and they're kind of like, standing around, a little tough, not very approachable, because that was the culture of, he was describing hip hop in the 90s. And then he kind of found his way into the house music room and said it was such a contrast because the house music room felt so loving and inviting, and everyone was just like, welcome, go over there, and this is so and so, and this is my friend. And you know it was just it was really cool to hear that. Hey, Silo, thanks for tuning in. Silo was on our show a few months ago, if y'all remember. Another wonderful DJ that was living in Indianapolis but is based in Chicago now. So if you trying to have a reliable DJ at your party that plays the house tunes, the R&B, the anything and everything, Silo's your DJ. But yeah, so it's so cool hearing Keys and Crates talk about their experience, and also how, because I've been listening to Keys and Crates for a minute. I remember Keys and Crates when they were, doing stuff 10, 12 years ago, and to hear the evolution of sound, and something that they even noted was how their music sped up a bit, and how at first they were in the 110 BPMs, which was a little bit quicker for them than they're used to. And then they found themselves in the house music BPM around 120, 125. And that's really where they struck a chord and found a lot of inspiration in recent times. And you hear the house music influence, and not just the house music influence, but the global house music influence in their latest album, which I highly, highly, I hold on, let me look it up because I don't want to mess up the title, and I'm on my phone right now, but I need y'all to check out their new album because it's called, hold on, let me see if I can remember it. I'm gonna dive into my memory kingdom. It's called Inner, it's something in In Rhythm, in something. If you know the name of the album, drop it in the chat because I really highly suggest y'all listen to it. I couldn't stop listening to it when it first came out. I'm unfortunately terrible with lyrics and song titles and artists' names, but if I heard the tune, I'd be like, "Yep, that's it. That's Keys and Crates." They do have a track called like What Girls Do, and that was probably my highlight of the album. So if there's any track you listen to on the album, listen to What Girls Do. It's a very empowering song. It has a very global bass house music rhythm. So definitely check that out. Also peep the interview on our YouTube. It was such a great and informative interview. I was so honored to be talking with them because I genuinely find them all so talented. And so definitely check that out. Okay, let's get into some intention. Thank you. I knew it was in something. I was like, is it inner rhythm? In something. Intention. That's the name of their latest album. Highly suggest y'all check it out. Speaking of new music, one of my faves. I was talking about him on my last episode. I played tracks from him in my last episode, and I will play more tracks from him and his new album today. Boo Williams dropped on the 8th, so about 2 days ago. Boo Williams blessed us with another EP. Oh, I was listening to it on my way here. I was as I was getting ready, and I am just such a huge Boo Williams fan. Boo Williams, if you're listening, I love you. I play your music as soon as it drops. I play music all the time. I'm so excited to play some of this new Boo Williams in my mix today. Lately I've been in my kind of chill house bag. Chill, but also electro house. I've really been leaning into the sounds of Detroit, and I went to Movement in Detroit last year. It changed my life because just the sounds, the vibe, the energy, Detroit knows how to get down. Detroit is so experimental, and I just love the boundaries that Detroit producers and DJs push. And, I've really been in my kind of moody, vibey Detroit electro. Hey, maybe this year, Movement Fest, you'll catch the Vintage House Show there. If anyone wants to invite us or knows how to make that possible, I would really love to formally cover the weekend because, I was only there for 48 hours, and it was life changing for me. And so maybe the Vintage House Show will find our way back there this year. Silo, you said you've been in your early 2000s bag. The early 2000s really had it. I don't know what it was, but they had it. Whether it was, I think it's because everyone thought the world was going to end. And so everyone was just so happy when the world didn't end. And so the things we heard from the time frame of 1998 to 2002 was just very cathartic. And everyone was like, wow, we're not dead. The world did not end at midnight. Let's take off. Let's do what we wanted to do. Let's just really take it there. We had this electronic uh sort of renaissance, not renaissance, but electronic creation. We've seen the forefront of electronic influence in music and electronic influence in the world. And so I think in the early 2000s we really saw so many people just going for it. And so, I'm kind of inspired, Silo. I might delve into my early 2000s bag. We'll see. We'll see. But what else do I have in breaking news? I was so excited to tell you all about Boo Williams. I forgot what else I was going to say. I saw some news recently of Black Coffee sending prayers to Black Coffee, who was involved in a accident. I believe it was a plane accident or some type of accident on his way to a show. And all I saw on his official Instagram were the first few words, which were Black Coffee was involved in an accident. And I was like, no. Oh no, I was almost scared to keep reading. But they told us via Instagram that he is surrounded by friends, family, people he loves and cares about, and is surrounded by a very great medical team. So definitely sending thoughts and prayers to Black Coffee, who was unfortunately not able to make it to his show that he had scheduled because of the accident. And he's a big time DJ, but still, as DJs, this is our life, performing and traveling. And it really is unfortunate when your body can't physically perform and you're not able to physically execute your job. And so definitely wishing him a speedy recovery around that. Another thing I wanted to put on y'all's radar, if you are a Chicago based artist, DCASE, DCASE, the Department of Cultural Affairs for Chicago, is wrapping up their grant in the next 6 days. So on the 16th, they are closing the application for a grant awarded to local Chicago based artists for up to $6,000. I think everyone, I mean, I need to get on it, but I think everyone should definitely apply. I'm a very strong proponent of citywide efforts to support artists, local artists. I think, especially what we see in the underground music scene, in the house music scene, in just the music scene in Chicago, period. That's what I can speak on. Is that, it's the resources are definitely necessary. And for Chicago to really make its way back or to the top of this global cultural map, I think it's going to take much more s- citywide effort, both financially, collaboratively, and also from a place of networking. And so I think awarding grants and giving artists the resources necessary to execute projects, but also just, like survive as artists and continue being able to focus on making art is essential. And so if you are an artist and you have an idea, you have an event, you need equipment, you need to somehow excel in your artistry in some shape or form, definitely apply to the grant, which can be found on the DCASE website. You have until the 16th to apply. And if you're watching this, hold me accountable. And if you're hearing this, hold me accountable and make sure I submit my application, because applications and grant writing can be a little overwhelming for me. And so I think we should all hold each other accountable in getting this money from the city so that we can continue thriving and making really cool scenes and art that make Chicago what it is. And so highly encourage that. And I feel like that's, oh, okay, Silo, you write grants, period. So if you're struggling to maybe write this grant or feel inspiration, hit up Silo Sounds, because not only a phenomenal DJ, but also a grant writer. Like, what can't they do? We love to see it. And so, with all that being said, I'm about to get into my mix, and I'm super excited to play for y'all for the next 40 or so minutes. I hope you're having a wonderful hump day, a wonderful evening, a wonderful start to your year. And if not, that's okay. We have 51 more weeks of the year. So even if this wasn't a good week, we'll try again next week. With that, thanks for tuning in to the Vintage House Show Spotlight. I'm your host and DJ for today, Momami, and you're listening to WNUR 89.3 FM and HD1 Evanston, Chicago. Let's get into this mix.
I select or bring that back.
Thanks for listening to the Vintage House Show podcast. Please subscribe and share, and check us out live, WNUR 89.3 FM, Wednesdays at 10 o'clock.